What's up, everybody? In the garage today. Different video today. I'm not going to do a car mod of any kind, but instead it's going to be a focus on a DIY camera rig. I'm a big fan of Adam Savage from Mythbusters, and he's got a YouTube channel called Tested. I'll link it below. During COVID, he was in his man cave recording by himself, and he needed a quick camera rig setup system because the friction from nothing to all the way set up to be able to record, that friction can be a barrier to getting started a lot of times. And so I want to take that initiative and remove that friction and have a system I can come out, set my camera up, position it the way I want, and be done with it. And that's what this is all about. So I'll show you all the parts and all the things that I'm doing. It's kind of my take on his system, but I think it's going to help me record by myself. And I think it'll be a cool system if you want to stick around and watch it, and we'll build it, and I'll show you all the parts and how it's going to work. All right, let's do it.
Hi.
Yeah, so this is the part that's really frustrating. I'm working with a new camera and a microphone system, and this is where I was explaining that new system, and for some reason the audio was very staticky for this entire recording. It was about 2 minutes of me going through the new camera setup and then showing all the parts that we're going to use for this build. And so instead I'm just going to dub over it really quick instead of making you listen to the audio, which was total crap. So basically, I got tired of my GoPro setup dying on me. So in the last video, the IRP shifter review video, the GoPro, you'll see the blooper at the end. My GoPro quit working. After 2 to 3 minutes of recording, it would just stop recording. And I didn't realize that while I was driving, of course, until I got back and lost all the footage. So I ditched my GoPro, and instead I've replaced it with a DJI Osmo Action 3. I really love the camera so far. We took it on vacation recently down to the Caribbean. Took some beautiful shots of underwater snorkeling and photography and stuff, and it was really, really nice. I'm going to use this setup from now on in the garage and record all my videos, in addition to the outside the car while driving videos and things like that, because it is an action camera. So this, I was using both my iPhone and my GoPro to kind of record two stuff. And I may still do that in some situations where I want multiple cameras, but for the most part, the DJI has been great so far, other than this one audio thing that messed up. Hopefully I can avoid that in the future. So here is where I'm going to explain all the parts. Basically what you're looking at is it's called Lockline. It's a coolant system for like CNC machinery and things like that. It's basically a flexible hose that once you flex it, it kind of stays in place. And I bought two package kits, if you will, that come with two 6-inch sections of tubing that you snap together for a total of about 23 or so inches worth of tubing. And then some extra little parts to basically build a flexible camera rig. And then the rest of the video, of course, is me doing the installation of that. And all of the parts that I ordered, all the descriptions and stuff will be linked below. So go check that out. Sorry for the audio. It happens. And I'm going to try to avoid it in the future, of course. So yeah, that's what happened. Alright, I was just kind of boiling it down to just the parts that I will actually need. I also bought this the back of my phone that I was recording on has this quad lock system, which is really fantastic. And they've got this little tripod mount adapter. So it has the quad lock thing on there and then just a screw hole at the bottom so that you could, it's got the quarter 20 screw threads on the bottom of it. So that way I could switch between the DJI mount and my phone mount. I'm not sure if I'll use that or not, but so what I think I'm going to need is just two of these guys. Over here. Longer ones probably 2 of these. Probably 2 nuts. Maybe not. We'll find out together. I watched a video from another guy who did this, and this he recommended these little adapters. I'm not 100% sure I will actually need those. I know I'll need these 2, but so that should be all that we need. And there's part numbers on all these. I'll put all that stuff in the description. All right, so I know I'll need a drill bit. That's the size or the diameter of that guy, so it's just bigger than quarter, so 5/16 should work. Why do they make it so hard to get drill bits out of there? Yeah. So the idea here is, so we're going to snap these together, and on purpose they are quite stiff. So yeah, if you buy the 2-pack, you'll end up with almost 23 inches of hosing. Alright, so the idea then is this little guy. That's what I need. On one end, that'll snap on. On the other end, though, I'll need an adapter like this. That makes sense. So it's kind of like male on one end and kind of female, larger diameter on the other end. Yeah, okay, cool. Alright, so I need the drill bit because the T washer doesn't quite fit in the hole. This is a 1/4 inch hole, the quarter. So quarter meaning 1/4 inch in diameter screw, and 20 meaning for every inch of screw there's 20 threads. So that's a 1/4 20, and it'll fit through there just fine. But it should go that way actually. And then this, because there's like little things in there. Those will bite inside there when I tighten that down, and that'll hold it nice and tight. That right there is the one idea that I found that was different than Adam Savage's thing video that I found online. Some guy had a blog post. I'm not sure if I saved that or not, but he used that, and I thought that was a pretty good idea. So I stole it. All right, let's drill through this guy. I'm gonna need some gloves or something. Oh, that's perfect. All right, so that, and then this goes on here. And push that in there. Nice, that locks down nice and tight. And now I have a 1/4 20 screw stuck out of there, and then I can use this little coupler deal and put that on there. So now I just want to cut this down. Like I said, you don't need as much. I couldn't find shorter screws at the store, so otherwise I would have bought them. So I'll just cut the end of that off. Before you do cut that off, before you cut a screw with threads, thread on a nut so that once you cut it off, you can back that nut back off and straighten the threads back out. Let's get the old Dremel out here. Safety third, kids. Safety third. Alright, let that cool down a second. So yeah, the threads are slightly messed up when you do that, but then all you have to do is back the screw off, and you're good to go. Actually, I messed up the threads a lot bad. Alright, we'll test it real quick with this guy. Yeah, see, this guy is a quad lock system on that side, and then on the bottom is just a 1/4-20 thread. All right, and then bam. Yeah. All right. We'll leave that on there just for have a little bit of leverage. Pop that on. They make pliers. You can see on the back of this packaging. They make pliers to pop that out. The pliers were like $30. I'm not doing that. Ain't about that. It works. So yeah, now you can kind of get the idea. Snake that guy wherever you want, and it's like stiff enough that it'll just kind of stay. And on the other end, like I said, will be this clamp, so I can clamp it to a shelf or whatever. All right, same thing. We'll drill this guy out. I probably actually don't need to use this T washer thing on this end. Oops. I'll start with a small pilot. First. Sorry, it's walking. It doesn't have to be, by the way, it doesn't have to be perfect. The goal is to simply screw that onto there, somewhere in the middle on this flat surface here, so that, like, it's just a clamping system. It's not a beauty contest here. Before we go any further, clean up the shavings. I don't keep the cleanest workbench, but I also don't need metal shavings everywhere. Not sure what's going to be the right tool for the job to tighten the nut on the back side of the thing. We're going to find out. I will probably end up putting a lock washer on there at some point. Maybe this will work. All right, let's have it come together now. Oh, see, yeah, on that side, I actually don't need that. Okay, that makes sense. See, that's a big enough diameter that just goes in there. If I can get it lined up. I got it. Sweet. So yeah, clamp it on something. Clamp it on something. Let's try it out. All right, I got the workbench cleared off, and so let's try it out. The idea here is that I can ditch the tripod. So first I'm going to get rid of this GoPro, or this GoPro quad lock system. And I also bought a pack of like random action camera accessories one time ago, and this was a little piece that came with it. But this is a grippy surface right here, so you can mount stuff on there and have it kind of stay where you put it. So I'm going to take that little guy off and put that onto here, like so. All right, and now I got a little thread sticking out, which is great. And then the mount that I need is actually on the tripod. It's the tripod. And then do this. I know that's probably weird noises, but it's okay. So what I'm after is this guy right here. So this will end up being, so that's, quarter 20 thread on the end, but then the, GoPro style action mount or whatever you call that. All right. Let me, show you what's going on here. All right, and then so that screws on to there, like that, and then this guy goes on like so, just with one hand. Now I can just pop this off, pop this on, boom, and then mount, clamp this guy on right there maybe. Yay! I'm gonna grab my phone real quick. We'll do a really quick video of how it's now mounted. There we go. So yeah, now I can position this guy wherever. Oh, you know, aerial shot. Kind of rotates. I have to tighten that screw down just a little bit. And do like a lock washer probably or something there. But if I didn't want to do that, I can mount it to my shelf up there. All right. Oops. Pretty cool. I love it. That's going to be handy, and I just need to do maybe a lock washer or something to hold that other end, but otherwise it's very steady. You know, it's not wobbling around, nothing like that. Yeah, and then I can, here's my other side, right? My selfie stick. Snap that on there. I like it. All right, well that's it for this video. If you like what you see, like and subscribe. Go to bradscarmods.com, get yourself a shirt, and let me know what you think. Is there something we could improve on, or is there something obvious that I'm missing that would be a lot more handy? I don't know. Let me know what you think of the whole build. Yeah, cool. Later.
Hey, hey, hey.